Greetings of the day. Let's read and understand chapter number 1 of Unit 6 named Sportsmanship from our English textbook. This story is about two friends who realize the value of atonement and prove that it is the spirit of participation that makes a good sportsman. Now, children, what is atonement? Atonement is a reparation or redemption. In other words, an act that shows you are sorry for an offense or injury done to someone. Now, children, let's understand what is sportsmanship in simple words. It is a conduct such as fairness, respect for one's opponent, and graciousness in winning or losing, becoming to one participating in a sport. In other words, the good attitude or behavior displayed by players of a game, fairness, determination, winning or losing gracefully. Now the story goes this way. Madan and Nikhil were the students of class 6th of Sunflower High School. Both of them were good at studies and in sports too. Though Nikhil was a natural sportsman and took to almost any sport with great ease, but Madan held an upper hand over Nikhil in swimming. One day, the sports teacher announced that an inter-school swimming competition was being organized by the Youth Hostel Association of India at the City Club for different age groups. In each event, only one participant would be selected to represent their school. So Madan and Nikhil gave their names for the 50-meter freestyle swimming competition to be held on Sunday at 10 a.m. Every day, both the boys practiced, and on Saturday, both of them agreed to have a mock race in which Madan lost to Nikhil, what he had been dreading the most. This meant that if the same thing happened the next day, Nikhil and not he would represent the school in the 50-meter freestyle swimming race. This thought made him tensed, and the whole night he kept tossing and turning in bed. In the early hours of the morning, he got a wicked idea. At around 8 o'clock on the Sunday morning, Madan reached Nikhil's house, looked around nicely to assure that no one was there, removed around 20 nails from his pocket and scattered them along the garden path. This wicked act was done to make sure that Nikhil's cycle would have a flat tire which could delay him sufficiently, and the result would be that Madan would win the competition very easily. Now, pedaling away speedily, having his mind on Nikhil and the race, Madan failed to see a ditch, and his bike slided sideways, became uncontrollable, and met with a nasty fall where he landed in the ditch. Cursing his luck, Madan got up. Though his clothes were in a complete mess, bike's handle got twisted. Even then, he wheeled the bike as fast as he could. It was already 45 minutes past 9, but the club was still 3 kilometers away. By the time Madan reached the club, depressed and broken, it was 15 minutes past 10 a.m. Then, when he was rushing towards the pool, he heard a shout. It was Nikhil who was asking for his whereabouts. Madan answered saying that he met with a minor accident. On hearing this, Nikhil asked him to get ready as their race will start within 15 minutes. Madan was surprised as he knew that 50-meter race was the first event. But Nikhil said that he was late too due to his bike's flat tire. He further told Madan that he had already talked to the organizers and had managed to postpone the event by saying that it was impossible to have the trials without Madan the champion. Now this forced Madan to think that how decent, how loyal of Nikhil, and he had played a nasty, mean trick on Nikhil to prevent him from participating. With this thought, Madan approached Nikhil to tell him everything, though Nikhil was in a hurry for the race and not interested to listen. But Madan insisted and told him everything. He then apologized and told that he does not deserve to compete with him as he wanted to make atonement for his sins. On this, Nikhil replied that Madan would surely participate and said that the very fact that he had realized his mistake and felt sorry for doing something wrong is a sign of a true sportsperson. As the whistle blew, 10 young swimmers dived into the pool. At 25-meter stage, Nikhil and Madan were neck to neck, and this position continued till the very end. When the whistle blew, it was still not clear who had won, Nikhil or Madan. It was a photo finish. Then came the final judgment, where Nikhil had won by a couple of seconds. But since both Nikhil and Madan had broken the school record, they both were selected to represent the school in the inter-school meet. After the prize distribution ceremony, as they were walking out, Nikhil handed over Madan a small plastic packet which had 20 odd nails. He then told him that he had seen him planting the nails, which he had picked them up. Madan felt ashamed and embarrassed and said softly that he has understood that it is not the winning or losing that is important, but what is more important is the spirit of participation, and that is what makes a true sports person.